Hello and welcome again. We are now going to P14. P14 is on assembly of plumber block. Assembly of plumber block. We have already prepared few assembly drawings before. That time we have referred the detailed drawings, and by inspecting the detailed drawings and by looking at the title and the function and the sizes, parts, dimensions, material, all these things combined together, we have assembled the given details and formed the assembly. So today's assembly is plumber block. So first thing, of course, we are supposed to know what is a plumber block. So just to take you back and recollect, if you remember, sometimes back we have learned shaft bearings. Now during the shaft bearings, if you remember, there was one such part which was shown like this, which was called as a pedestal. Now in this pedestal there was a provision for fixing the bolts so that the pedestal can be fitted to the frame, and in the pedestal somewhere here there is a bush fitted. Now the bush can be in two half parts, upper half and lower half, or it can be single one. Now this bush is having a facility of lubrication. So somewhere here in the housing, in the outside body, there is a hole. That hole continues in the bush so that you can lubricate oil, send the oil here and lubricate the shaft which is present here. So this is something which we have already learned about a kind of a bush bearing which is used for supporting the shaft. Now whatever is learnt here, same thing is what is called as plumber block. So we will just have a look at what the plumber block is, and now this is going to be called as a plumber block, where you can see this is outside body. Now there is some modification compared to earlier figure. Here this entire body or the frame was one piece. Now in the given assembly, this is split into two parts. So from here there is a partition, upper part is separate, lower part is separate. So as you can see here, if you can see here, this is the lower part and then this is the upper part. You can see the section lines here and section lines here. So the upper part is fitted to the lower part with the help of nut bolt arrangement. And by doing that, what happens is you can open the upper part and then you will have access to the bushes here. Now these bushes are also in two half parts. You can see here lower half and upper half. So these two bushes are again in two parts. So you can remove the upper bush, you can remove the shaft, you can remove the lower bush and again fit the new lower bush, shaft, new upper bush, and then you can put this cap, it is called as a cap, and then tighten this nut bolts. That is what the arrangement is all about. So this is the function of a plumber block. Basically the function of the plumber block is to support the shaft and at the same time lubricate this shaft. Now having seen this basic function, now let's see. Remember, this is the answer. This is going to be our answer. There is also top view shown here. This is going to be our answer and our question is here. So now if you see here, you will find so many parts are shown here. So we'll take it one by one. So the first part is body. So this is a body and then this is the same body shown here. But again, as I said earlier, there may or may not be the things same here. This is not the exact answer. This is some plumber block, this is some detailed drawings. The parts may match, the parts may not match. What you have to do is, maybe you can refer this, but do everything as per whatever is shown here. So you have to draw as per these details. So if you look here, there is a body shown here. Now this body has got a base, it has got a facility for nut bolting. With the help of these elliptical holes, you can put the bolts from here and fix this particular body to the frame. And because of the elliptical shape of the holes, you can make some kind of adjustments if required. Then you will also observe one more feature here. As you can see, there is a hole provided here, and this hole has got a larger size here to accommodate the head of the bolt, and then the bolt is put from below so that the head remains here and the rest of the body of the bolt is here, and the threading will come out from here. Now this threading will be engaging with the nut which is put from above. So there are two such bolts, and you can see in the top view that the shape of this particular space is a square shape and this is a cylindrical. That means the bolt which is going to come here, that bolt also is going to be a square headed bolt. Now why this square headed bolt is? Because once it is a square headed bolt, you don't have to hold this head. Normally we hold the head of the bolt by spanner, but then here the shape is given square and the hole also is square, so that automatically the bolt head will not rotate. and you can easily rotate only the nut here, and the necessary clamping will take place. That's why they are given a square headed bolt and a square slot over here. Two such slots are shown here. The dimensions are shown here. 21 SQ means 21 by 21 square. That is the size over here. Then other thing is, you can see there is one hole provided here, and the reason is the bush which will come and fit here, that bush will also have a snug here. That snug will fit here, and as a result this bush will not rotate. We want to prevent the rotation of the bushes, so that is achieved by this kind of a snug and a hole provided in the body over here. Okay, then so these are some of the features which we are supposed to know about the body of the plumber block. The name is body, material is cast iron, and the quantity is 1. Okay, and then some other things are shown here. If you see here 36G6, that means the width here is 36, and G6 is the tolerance provided. You know, we have earlier learned different types of tolerances. So these tolerances are shown here. You can see 45H7, 45 capital H7. That means this cutout which is there, this cutout is giving us dimension 45, and it is given a tolerance of H7. Similarly, there is one more circular hole here whose diameter is 38, and that also is given a tolerance of H7. H7. Okay, so this is just to be noted. And this figure, that is the body we have described now. Now let's see the bolt which is supposed to come here. So you will see here there is a mild steel bolt. The head, as we have discussed earlier, it is a square headed bolt. The size of the head is 19, which will fit into 21 by 21 square hole. Then there is a body of the bolt which is 10 mm diameter. Total length of the stem is 76. Out of that, from above 22 mm, there is going to be M10 threading with a pitch of 1.5. So this is a threading which will project out from here. Then you can see the material is mild steel, quantity is 2. Then the corresponding nut which will fit here, so that also will be of size 10. Then there is a lock nut which is again of the same size 10. It is written here, height, and this is same, and then it is fitted over here. Quantity 2 because there are 2 bolts. So we have seen the body and the bolt and the nut and the lock nut. Now we will see the bushes. So you will find that these are the bushes. They are also called as brasses. Material is gunmetal. Quantity is 2. Now quantity in fact is 1 each. This is lower half 1 quantity, upper half 1 quantity. So this semicircular upper half, semicircular lower half, it has got different step diameters. Now we have already discussed earlier why there are so many different steps. As you know, because of this undercut here, this space will not touch, and you have to only machine this surface, which is giving you a lesser surface to machine. So it is kind of a cost saving. Then there is a oil hole provided as usual for lubricating the shaft, which is present here inside. So they are the brasses. Gunmetal, quantity actually should be 1 each. And then the snug which we have discussed earlier, you can see the lower brass. This lower brass has got snug over here. Diameter is 6, and correspondingly here in the body you will see that there is a hole of diameter same 6. So they are the brasses or the bushes. Now comes the top part, that is the cap. You know, this part, cap, that is shown over here. Now this cap is given some circular shape, then 2 flange-like shapes, and then there are holes here. Now these holes are the ones through which the bolt is supposed to pass. So bolt will come up from here, and this particular bush, this curvature surface of the cap, that is going to rest on the bush. And then this surface is slightly above, so that it will not touch, only this surface will touch when you assemble. So when you draw the figure, you will come to know how this is done. So by using dimensions, once you draw, then the figure will come something like this. So as you see here, this curvature surface is here. Okay, and it will touch to the surface which is here. So you can see this is a curvature of size 38, and you can see this again is of size 38. And there is one more circle, that is 35, that is this one which is for clearance. That's why you can see here 35 and 38, you can easily see here. See this inside one is 35 and the outside is a 38. 38 is touching to this 38. Okay, again this is this half section, right half in section, and the left half is seen from outside. So you can see the square headed bolt has drawn like this. See, it is not touching here, it will touch here because it is pulled up by the nuts. So there is a lock nut and there is a main nut. Both these nut and lock nut are fitted here. Some amount of threading is still there inside the body and the remaining threading is up. This is the part of the bolt which is still seen. The snug has been placed into the hole over here, and you can also notice the two brasses. They are these two brasses. So upper brass, lower brass, upper brass, lower brass. Okay, so we have discussed almost all parts. So if you see here, body, I'll just correlate body. This is the body. Cap, this is the cap. Bolt, this is the bolt. Lock nut and nut, here is lock nut and nut. Then brasses, upper brass, lower brass, lower brass. Here it is shown in section. You can also observe the way section lines are drawn for brasses. See, for mild steel, this is the section line convention which we have used almost every time. But when there is a material is brass or gunmetal, that time the section lines are going to be drawn like this. Continuous line, dotted line, continuous line, dotted line, alternate. There is a convention for the brasses or the bushes or the gunmetal material. So this was P14 assembly of plumber block. So you will be given this as a question and you have to draw this as an answer.